Seems like to me, no matter what Trump do, they're gonna always paint Trump as the bad guy. Trump can end the Ukraine war right now. And I wonder what all the fake mainstream media and all the liberals gonna say once he end the Ukrainian war. I wonder what people was gonna say. Because people got severe Musk deranged syndrome and Trump deranged syndrome. And it's probably like at an 8 by this point. And this is sad because Barack Obama, and this interviews is going viral right now.
Everyone knows that getting rid of the deficit will require some tough decisions. And that includes cutting back on billions of dollars in programs that a lot of people care about. But what should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody. Waste we should be getting rid of even if we didn't have a deficit. Sure, some of these cuts aren't that big, but no amount of waste is acceptable. Not when it's your money. Not at a time when so many Americans are already cutting back. Just as families are living within their means, government should too. Did you know the federal government pays for a website devoted to a folk music ensemble made up of forest rangers? They're called the Fiddlin' Foresters. I'll put their music on my iPod, but I'm not paying for their website. And there are hundreds of similar sites that we should consolidate or just get rid of. By the way, you're not only paying for websites no one needs, you're paying for thousands of buildings all across the country no one uses. For the last decade, the government's owned a massive and completely empty warehouse in the middle of Brooklyn, for example. Now, the government hadn't been able to sell this building and others like it because of red tape and Washington politics that held things up for years. But we're finally cutting through all that and plan to get rid of these buildings in the months ahead. We need to step up our game. We need to go after every dime. We need to make government work for you. That's why, starting today, I've asked the Vice President to lead a renewed effort to hunt down misspent tax dollars in every agency and department of this government. We're calling it the Campaign to Cut Waste, and I know Joe's the right man to lead it, because nobody messes with Joe.
There's a new standard by which the government is going to function from this point on. The American people are entitled to transparency. Look, a lot of this depends on new, sophisticated methods, but it also, we know, depends on relentless focus on making this a priority. Focus that can't be delegated. We're holding ourselves accountable, and we're deeply committed and focused on making government function better. We're not just eliminating fraud and waste. We hope to be instilling an entire new culture that not only our administration, but every succeeding administration will in fact pursue. We're going to give you the government you expect and deserve.
Barack Obama and Joe Biden, they both, Trump and Elon is doing the exact same thing that they say they were going to do when they was running, but they didn't do it. But now everybody is faulting Trump and Elon as the bad guys for cleaning up all the corruption, saving you money to prevent your tax dollar from being recklessly spent on nothing that you didn't approve of, you didn't even know about. And it's sad, like, what I don't understand is how can people get mad at Elon and Trump exposing the corruption, but people is not mad at the people that is part of the corruption? See what I'm saying? Don't they seem kind of suspicious to you? Like all the people, it's like it's backwards, man. Like I thought the people that was doing corrupt things always supposed to, people were supposed to get on them, get on their head on why they doing what they did. Just give them hell. Some people should be getting really locked up right now. Some people should be getting their hands put behind their back. All the stuff Elon is discovering right now, man. And I'm sure you see it on the DOGE website, DOGE.com. And you go on there and look on it for yourself. All the wasteful spending they've been doing. I'm surprised ain't nobody having put their hands behind their back, or at least get an elbow hit inside the head, or rough them up a little bit. I don't condone no violence. I'm just sense of humor, guys. At least rough them up a little bit, put them in a squad car. To let them know, like, hey, man, why would you do that to people? What's wrong with you? How you like if somebody did that? Well, you got to understand, they live here too. So all the corruption that they have caused, not only they cause to themselves, but they also cause to their kids and their future grandkids' futures. If the Republicans would never won, if Trump would never won, if Elon ain't would ever done, ain't never ran with us, I don't know what would happen. I just know it won't be good. And you got to think of it like this. Our kids' futures is going to be good. Our grandkids' futures is going to be set because of us, because we voted right. How can you not celebrate that? How can you not be happy about that? I don't understand. And it's like every day I turn on the news, they talking crap about the Republicans. They talking crap about Elon, and they talking crap about Trump. And it's like, what are y'all mad for? Y'all should be happy they doing this. This is what the people asked for. I know I have, and I know you have. We asked for this. The people has spoke. Ain't nothing else left to say. About the only thing they should be saying right now is keep doing it, keep doing it, keep going, keep going. And then Trump did more in 2 weeks than most presidents did in 8 years, 4 years, 10 years, you know. And it's sad on the Democrats' part. It really is. Because the only thing Trump is doing exactly what Barack Obama said he was going to do and Joe Biden said they was going to do at the time when they was running, and they didn't do it. They full of crap, man. I'm sure it's some people out here that's not stupid and brain dead that can see right through this BS, man. Like, why is it one half of the country seem like they brain dead? Don't it seem like that to you? Like, these, no matter how much good you do for them, and you got to think about it. Trump and Elon Musk, they don't have to do what they're doing, especially Elon. Elon is actually losing money helping us save money. Trump is literally losing money, billions of dollars, helping us save money. Yeah, the taxpaying citizens. And you go on CNN, you look on all these fake mainstream medias, they all talking crap and continuing to try to brainwash people, continuing. I don't understand why they keep using the same lines for it. Hey, you remember back in the day, and I'm sure some of you remember, they used to say, oh, the millionaires, they trying to give tax breaks to the millionaires this, the millionaires that. Now, have you noticed this, right? Now it's billionaires. Let me tell you why it's billionaires now. They can't use the millionaire line no more. They got to use billionaires because most of them got rich off all the corruption that they caused me and you. They got rich on our tax dollars. That's why they millionaires already. That's why they can't use it. See what I'm saying? And they keep saying the same lines over and over. Oh, they try to cut up Social Security. Or they try to cut up the Medicaid and all this. Like, man, they said this probably 100 times that I have seen. That Trump said that I'm not cutting off Medicaid or Social Security. We just trying to weed out the corruption within those systems. And if Elon can't just cut it off, Medicare and Social Security, he can't just cut that off. He don't have the power to just cut that off. The only thing he can do is go to that agency, call up that agency, and tell them to weed out the corruption within that agency. The only thing Elon can do is call them up and tell them what they need to be doing to weed out the corruption in that agency. That agency have to do it, not Elon. That's what people didn't know. They thinking Elon is just pressing buttons, he hitting switches. Nah, don't work like that. He has to talk to that agent directly, and that agency will have to find them people that's not supposed to be on there, that's like 300 years old, 200 years old, collecting money. And, I don't see why people will have a problem with that. Because they're like, what? 300 years old, you still collecting money? Oh, I never even heard of a person in the United States that's 300 years old, 200 years old, 150 years old. I'm sure you haven't heard of that either. So you want that to be clamped up. You want him to go through every department with a fine-tooth comb and clean out all this corruption. Because it's the only way we're going to make America great again. How else is we going to do it? How else is we going to make America great again? Since the Democrats know it all, and these liberals know it all, how else are we going to make America great again? This is supposed to have been done a long time ago. We have a $36 trillion deficit right now. We broke. And people be like, oh man, Trump putting tariffs on everybody. That's because they putting tariffs on us. These countries got, I seen it, 150, India, 150% tariff, and what else? Canada on some goods, timber and produce, 200% tariffs on us, and Europe, they just put a 50% tariffs on us on whiskey today, and the only thing we doing is retaliating back with tariffs. We broke. We can't afford to be letting people tariff us to death like they've been doing all these decades and generations, taking all our money, taking all our resources, giving us important cheap goods within the United States that we can just make ourselves. Because you don't got to think about it. Anything that's made in the USA is high quality. The United States like to focus on the quality, not all this cheap Chinese stuff that breaks when you get it. Or sometimes when you arrive to you, it's already broken up. Man, I want made in America stuff. You know, cheap ain't always better. You know, cheap is not always better, because you gotta understand, you gotta think to yourself, why is it that cheap? They putting something in it, or the quality is low. I mean, you get what you pay for. It don't matter what you buy, or even when you get service. You get the cheapest guy to come out there and do your landscaping, guess what? You're going to get a bum with a rusted truck that barely have no experience. He's just doing it for cigarette and weed and you know, get some beers every now and then. He's just doing it for that. He don't really care about your yard the way you care about it. You see what I'm saying? He don't care about it. Your shrubs and stuff like that. He's going to cut them. He's going to cut your shrubs. He's going to burn them out. That's how low he's going to cut your shrubs. And you just told him, don't cut him. You told him to cut him at a certain length. He burns them out. You can't get mad at him. You got to get mad at yourself because you went on there and found that cheap guy. Thought you was going to get top-notch quality. Don't work like that. Doesn't work like that.